Hey Superstar, it's Gavin Speaks. And when you're obsessed and attached to something, you don't truly trust your ability to receive what you want to manifest into your reality. You lack the feminine dynamic, which is receiving. We are very good at giving, especially as chosen ones, as spiritual beings. We love to give, we love to contribute, we love to support others. We love people pleasing, right? We love sharing, we love giving on to others. But when it comes to receiving what we want in return, receiving the love back, the support back, right? The financial abundance, the success, and all of these things, we tend to push it away. And so we have a lack of ability in receiving, a lack of ability in the feminine dynamic. Especially the men. Men have a hard time receiving stuff in our reality. I know I'm a little bit generalizing here, but men sometimes have a hard time receiving. And so it's important for us to open ourselves up to the lives that we want. Open ourselves up to financial abundance, financial freedom. Open ourselves up for change in our lives. Opening ourselves up to more freedom, success, happiness, joy, prosperity, and acknowledging that when we hold on to something, we don't make room to catch more, right? You're holding on to something, you can't hold more, right? You got to keep your hands open, right? And so an expansive energy, opening the heart is really, really important in terms of manifesting your reality. Now, for some people, you might have a hard time in giving as well. And that's also a problem, because if you have a hard time in giving or contributing and you just want to take from your reality, that's also going to limit your ability to attract, and you will become more attached and obsessed with manifesting these things that you want in your life. Now, for me, my teaching is always about getting back to yourself, getting back to love, because the reality is being obsessed and attached to material things is very toxic for your spirit. Spirit doesn't care about all of this stuff. And if you believe you have a spirit or a soul, then I highly recommend you deep this and realize your soul doesn't actually care about all of these things, like more money, more success, the relationships that you want, all of this stuff that you want in the third dimension. It's here to do more than just that, okay? And we gotta acknowledge and realize that. Now, I will say sometimes your soul is calling for your partner, your twin flame and stuff like that. But at the same time, you don't necessarily want to go into obsession. You don't want to go into being attached to the material world and connecting in a way where it's obsessive, because now you look like someone who is a slave to the system. It looks as if you are a fiend. It looks like if you're like a drug addict, right? And I'm doing all this stuff and I'm talking this way to break down some subconscious patterns here and realize how you are being and how you're being perceived, right? If you're needy and wanty, right, to your partner, sometimes what happens is you repel them, right? When you're needy or wanty, in terms of the universe, it's the same thing. The more you obsess about something and you focus on something and you put all your attention on something, sometimes you repel it out of your life rather than attracting it. But if you step into the energy of focusing on self and becoming whole and complete within the self, and that you are divine love by yourself and you don't need anything, then you start to attract these circumstances, events naturally, right? You don't need to obsess over it. You don't need to attach. And oftentimes we feel like we need to attach and need to obsess over it because it's urgent, or we need to attach and we need to obsess over it because that's what's going to make it work. That's what's worked in the past for me. And, you know, I want to try and do it the same way again. So there is a delicate balance, I would say, in going after something and being in your freedom and letting go. But the energy, you know, can get too high. Okay. It can get too low, and too low means you're too, you know, far back. You're just like, oh, you know, you're airy fairy about it. Trust me, if you do that, you'll lose your couch, right? That doesn't work in this reality, especially, you know, when you're dealing with the fiat money system, right? You're dealing with the banks and all of this stuff, right? We need money. We're living in a monetary system. We need to make money. And so also when we go too high, right? That means we're going too attached. We're too much in the masculine, right? We're too attached to trying to make it happen, asserting ourselves too much on something, trying to make it happen. And Kanye West has a lyric and it goes, if you try hard, you die hard, right? Don't try so hard. Stop trying so hard to make stuff happen. There's an emotional balance in taking action. There's an emotional balance in manifesting what you want in your life. And it's different for everyone. You want to feel into what feels congruent to you, all right? And again, getting rid of those emotions of anxiety about having something and trying to make it happen quickly because of urgency and all that stuff. You know, sometimes it's a little bit hard to get over, but sometimes you just need to surrender and trust, because in the past, when things went wrong, things figured out, right? Something happened and things figured out for yourself, all right? And so that's what we need to acknowledge and realize about our past, is that God or the universe always supports us. We have to allow the universe to support us in a way, all right? Now, a part of letting go is raising your vibration. A part of letting go, a part of not being attached is raising your vibration. I can tell you right now, if you get attached and obsessed and you find it hard to let go, your vibration is not high on this vibrational chart on screen right now. Okay, it's going to be in the middle or quite low. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to get to the top 5 frequencies. That's where you open up and you step more into the feminine dynamic and you allow yourself to receive more abundance, more success, more financial freedom in your life, more growth in your business, and things like this, a job, a career. So you need to open yourselves up and raise your vibration. So I'm offering a free energy reading. You can go and get it in the description, or you can go to alchemyenergyreading.com and I will determine where you resonate on the vibrational chart on screen right now. All right, so go ahead and do that and get the manifestation diagnosis session, and check out my previous video over here, and check out my 3-part series on how to raise your vibration correctly. It's an unlisted playlist that's not public on YouTube. Highly recommend you check it out. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.